Right, people. Starting this morning, 50-year residents will rotate in as lead surgeons.
So we've alerted the morgue.
Attending.
So you're back from the summer.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be back? Is it kind of like a little coming back to high school or something? Because you get to see all
Well,
your
it felt like
friends?
there was really no break, so it just was like we just sort of went from one thing to the next and then back. So it feels good.
It feels good. Natural to be back.
Yeah, it's hard to believe it's been 8 years.
I know, right?
It's flown by in many ways. In many ways, it hasn't. It's crazy.
So you guys, you and Meredith having little problems on the show, but there's a rumor there might actually be a wedding.
We always have problems on this show. they don't seem to be able to have a healthy relationship.
You and Meredith can have a nice relationship.
God, I hope so. I think this year they're really knowing that they have issues and that they're standing strong and fighting through them to resolve it because they really want to adopt the baby. And until they resolve those issues, they won't be able to do that.
Yeah.
And we're in the third episode of the season. So far, so good. I mean, they're battling it out, but they're staying together.
Any truth to the rumors that there might be a wedding on the show?
Well, we were married last year. I don't know if
but like a full ceremony.
I don't think
you guys. That was just kind of like Post-it notes.
I don't think they ever should have a wedding like that.
Really?
That would be the beginning of the end for them, I think.
You could be the next Luke and Laura.
Yeah, okay, that would be fun.
So Scott Voley is coming back.
Yay, we're so
Yay.
lucky. I'm so happy.
It's a good relationship, although I'm curious how this turned from, medical insurance to a true romantic.
I know, she kind of found true love. It's one of those sort of like strange kind of things that just happen and turns into a good thing. I think it's really the first time Teddy has found true love. Yeah. And I think it's because there was no expectations. They thought they were friends. They thought it was just sort of a, insurance work thing, and it turned out to be a good thing.
Turned out to be a real thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've already shot some scenes.
Some scenes we've shot of sort of him. I mean, Teddy comes back, and you really feel kind of now that she's sort of accepted that the two of them are together, and I think that for her, this is, I would definitely say, like the first time that she's fallen sort of deeply in love.
So you actually, not only do you have your kids in your real life, but you're working with the babies on the set now.
I know.
What is that like?
Gosh, she's so darn cute. You can't even handle how cute she is.
Is it just one baby playing the role?
They're twins.
They're twins, okay.
And I'm sure Sada will tell you this, but funnily enough, one of the baby's names is Sada.
No way.
Yes. And I think that the woman named her after Sada, our Sada. Given that my character is, in pediatrics, there have been a lot of storylines where we've had kids. The babies, I would say, are probably the easiest. Mm-hmm. We've had a couple storylines with some younger children who, they're being thrust into a very adult situation and they're performing. And so we've had a couple that were divas in training.
Oh yeah.
People getting back together.
Well,
breaking up.
This is Grey's Anatomy. You're definitely going to get a lot of breaking up and getting back together. I mean, for my character, for Owen and Christina, they're going through a really hard time. They're at this crux point where they're really deciding whether they're compatible as far as what they want with children. So it's a really tense time relationship-wise, and everybody's relationship is going through a big kind of turmoil. The hospital is going through a turmoil. With the scandal of the clinical trial coming out with Meredith. And, so people are really addressing their relationships with each other. So it's quite explosive and pretty dramatic stuff, but very entertaining, yeah.
Oh, poor April. It's funny, I've spent the last 3 read-throughs just over and over again going, oh, April. She's trying really, really hard, and, she's really qualified for the job, and that she's like amazing at organization and creating all of her spreadsheets and color-coded packets and all that stuff. But the problem, which is a pretty significant problem, is that nobody's taking her seriously. Nobody is paying any attention to her. So she's trying to wrangle everybody, but nobody wants to be wrangled by April. So it's really going to kind of be an uphill battle for her, trying to get people to take her seriously and listen to what she has to say and recognize that she's really there to help them. Yeah. So yeah, it's been a bit dramatic.